Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Whether you're new or returning, I'm so grateful that you're here. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole. I'm your go-to girl for all things related to fashion, fitness, lifestyle, and of course, vintage designer handbags. All right, girlies, so today we are doing a deep dive into my vintage Dior collection. I do have a solid collection with some pieces that I've purchased myself and other heirlooms that have been handed down to me by my mom. So Dior really holds a special place in my heart. Not only are they just an iconic fashion house, but they honestly have really bridged the generations of my family. So I love that both me and my mom have some pieces from Dior. All right, so let's kick it off with the handbag that started it all. I have my petite Trotter vintage Dior saddle bag. And so I have done an individual review on this bag, so I won't be getting too much into these bags today. Any videos that I have existing, I will link them in the description below. But as some of you guys know, this was actually the first handbag that was handed down to me from my mom. And until this day, I am absolutely in love with it. It's got this adorable navy Trotter print, and I just think it's the most adorable petite size. Super cute and flattering on. So I do love this one because I feel like it's so easy to wear from day to night, and I honestly wear this one in any season. I still remember when she handed me this bag after I graduated college, and I was just in awe, especially because I remember picking out this handbag together, and I had always wanted a saddle to add to my collection. So I'm super grateful to be handed down this. I actually get so much use out of this bag. I feel like this one is constantly in my rotation, and it surprisingly fits a lot more than you would think. So card holder, cell phone, all of the basics, you're good. 10 out of 10. This is hands down one of the vintage Dior styles that I would recommend to everyone. All right, moving on to the second bag. This is my Dior Girly Saddle Bag, iconic John Galliano behavior. And I did review this bag individually, so again, not gonna get too much into it, but pretty much this was my dream bag as a kid. As a child, I actually wore the fake version. Totally rocked it with confidence, but I always told myself that one day when I was a big girl, I was going to make enough money and buy the real thing one day. And that's exactly what I did. So super proud of myself. It just really represents a major milestone moment for me. When I was a kid, this was my idea of a Birkin. And honestly, I still think it is. So just iconic Y2K handbag. I mean, with these cherry blossoms, the pink, the white, just so girly, you can't go wrong. And it's got the beautiful Dior hardware. And even the strap right here, honestly, just all of the details on this bag. They seriously don't make them like this anymore, and this will forever be iconic. Super girly, super playful, and this bag will forever be one of my most prized possessions. All right, next up, we have the Girly Romantique Handbag, also John Galliano. So as much as I love my Dior Girly Saddle Bag, because it is more of a cloth rather than a wipeable canvas, I do get a little bit more intimidated to wear that one out. So when I'm going for that same look, this is actually the one that I pull. So this one was handed down to me from my mom once again, and just absolutely iconic. I still remember going with her to the Dior store to get this handbag. I just love how soft, girly, and feminine it is. And then once again, this is what it looks like on. This is another bag that I do have a full review for. It's not going to get too much into this. But yeah, just forever Y2K iconic. I am obviously a Y2K girly, so I can just never get enough John Galliano Dior. All right, up next, we have my Dior Honeycomb Bag. Just an iconic 80s bag from the Mark Bowen collection. I absolutely love this one. I do get pretty solid use out of this one too, especially during the summer, fall. It's a nice beige that does pair with a lot of things. And then I actually love the fact that the Dior logo is more understated. It's kind of one of those logos where if you know, you know. And then on top of that, I can wear this as a bag or as a clutch. And then the maintenance on this one is so carefree. Like, I can bring this in my carry-on on a trip and just really not have to worry. It's definitely one of my go-to travel bags. It's also the only brown Dior bag that I have in my collection. It's really funny because when it comes to Dior, I either have pink and white, black, navy, or this brown. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's a great starter Dior bag, and it's a style that I would honestly recommend to everyone just because I think it appeals to so many people. My mom could wear this, for example. I love it, but then I can also see myself handing it down to one of my little cousins in college. Because it's not expensive and so carefree, I feel like I could hand it down to someone younger with confidence and know that they're not completely gonna trash the bag, or at least I hope. All right, moving on to the Vintage Dior Hardcore bag. So there's actually a really funny story behind this one. So my mom and I, we went to go to Hong Kong together and ended up in the Dior store. And I still remember she was looking at this bag and really vibing with it. But for whatever reason, I hated it at the time. So we were like literally in the store and I was convincing her to not buy this bag because I just thought it was so ugly. Clearly, she didn't end up listening to me and listen to her gut. And I'm so glad that she did and ended up buying the handbag, because guess who's wearing it now? Me. It's really funny because this bag is a lot more edgy and my mom's style is definitely not edgy. Like, I'm definitely the edgy one in the family. So it all worked out. I love wearing this bag. There are a few caveats to it though. Okay, so like this little Dior sign, it honestly drives me nuts. It's like so hard to get perfectly. Yeah, so I feel like if you do have this bag, just like don't expect the Dior logo to be perfectly facing upright. Like, it's probably going to be upside down or facing the other way. But I do absolutely love the crystal hardware on this. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest guitar strap girl, but I think it does work for this handbag. And so this is what it looks like on. So it is a pretty small handbag. Pretty much only fits the essentials. I did wear it to Disneyland once. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was wearing it and I wish I had a little bit more room. Overall, I would say it's a nice, basic, solid crossbody bag. Can't really go wrong. It also does have feet, which is really nice. But yeah, my biggest caveat with this bag is this little logo driving me crazy. And then the fact that you really can't fit that much in it. But I still absolutely love it. It always reminds me of that Hong Kong trip. And obviously super stoked on this hand-me-down. All right, now for the next one. Also handed down to me by Josie. This is the Dior Malice bag in nylon. And recently this style has become a lot more popular over the past few years. The style is definitely resurfacing. So you can see that it has the little half moon detail right here with the logo, and then some really cute beads on these straps. And honestly, it's just like the perfect day bag. I do love how long the straps used to be back in the day. I feel like over the years, they're making the straps shorter and shorter where it's right under your armpit. So it's really nice to be able to have this room. I think it's so much more comfortable. Honestly, great everyday bag. The black, the nylon, it makes it super practical. Out of the entire collection, I don't really get that much use out of this one, if I'm being honest with you. I just feel like I have so many other bags that I would rather choose from before this, but I'm really going to try to make an effort to wear this one more, especially during the fall winter. So I will keep you guys updated. But overall, timeless design, super practical. And then of course with the nylon, super easy to maintain. All right, so for our last handbag, we have this beautiful Dior shopper tote in black nylon once again. And this one actually has the Dior logo. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but I love how subtle this one is. It's definitely a, if you know, you know. And then it has the little Dior logo right over here. And then this one has two compartments. I actually find myself wearing this one a lot. I definitely wear it more than the Malice. And then this is what it looks like on. It's honestly the perfect everyday bag. Sometimes I wear it to the grocery store. Sometimes I wear it to the gym. This is exactly what the bag says it is. It's honestly the perfect shopper tote. I love the way that the longer strap looks. And yeah, for whatever reason, I find myself reaching for this one a ton. I get so much everyday use out of this handbag. And I think with it especially being open, it's just the perfect grab and go bag. All right, besties, that's going to wrap it up for my vintage Dior handbag collection. I feel like I have a solid amount of pieces and then obviously some very sentimental heirlooms. So right now I'm currently sitting at 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 7 vintage Dior handbags. And I'm definitely not done. So once again, I am 33, as some of you guys know, and in the process of currently building up my handbag collection. And it is a very fun and expensive habit, but I absolutely love it, not only as a handbag enthusiast, but as a vintage designer handbag reseller. It brings me so much joy. Let me know in the comments below, what handbag was your favorite from today's video? And are you planning to add any vintage Dior to your handbag collection? I want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next Friday. Bye, besties.